Check it.
What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we're going to go ahead and talk Horizon 3, more specifically the handling, as I feel a few things need to be changed. So I'm going to go ahead talk about some of the E3 demo stuff we saw, and overall just talking about if the handling has changed from the gameplay we've seen so far, and you know what I'm hoping it's actually like when we get a demo, which will hopefully come, you know, obviously a few months beforehand, or maybe a month beforehand, or something across those lines. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into today's video. So for me, handling changes definitely need to be made. If you guys played Horizon 3, you will know that was Oversteer Simulator 2014. Literally, all you do was like the tires would spin and the wheels would spin and it would just go oversteer, oversteer, oversteer. Now granted, it wasn't that hard to control it. You know, you could pretty much like tap to brake in that game. Now obviously, it's not to the extent as some of the Need for Speed games are, but it's pretty much tap to brake, to be honest. There really wasn't that much had to do to control the drift. It was pretty easy to control drifts, unlike Horizon 1. So there are a few things here and there which I would like to see changed. Now obviously, since we've started on this topic, the oversteer, I don't really care if it's an arcade game. You know, I don't want the cars to oversteer ridiculously if they've got loads of power. You know, cars with loads of power should be easy to control. Now, you know, once you put power into cars, you know, obviously the chances of them becoming a lot more controllable decreases. But it shouldn't decrease in the way it did on Horizon 2. It felt almost uncontrollable at points, and it kind of takes away some of the fun, especially since it's an arcade racing game. You know, it's not Forza Motorsport. It's not Forza Motorsport for a reason, and that's just my view on things. I would like to see it so, you know, when you put grip tires on and you max upgrade a car like a Supra or something, it actually handles like a track car and not a drift car. That's just me. You know, wheel spin isn't always a bad thing, you know, if it's done correctly. I feel like Horizon 2, it was exaggerated a bit, and I don't really want to see that return. The next thing is the off-roading. I would like to see it so you can't really properly go off-road with a supercar or something across those lines. Now, obviously, you should be able to take it off-road, and that should be an option, but you should be nowhere near as fast as, say, like an off-road tuned Subi, or, you know, maybe a rallycross car, or something across those lines, you know. I feel like in Horizon 2, is it weird because it didn't really feel like you were going off-road. It kind of just felt like you were on a wet road, and I would like to see that addressed. It doesn't seem like it will be, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but that's what I want to see from it. Now you guys kind of understand what I do want to see from Horizon 3. We're going to talk about what I've actually seen from gameplay, and what the developers have said, and what other YouTubers have said, and we're going to go ahead and take that into account, and, you know, just talk about Horizon 3's actual handling instead of kind of my wish list of handling. So yeah, we'll do that next. So from the gameplay I've seen so far, nothing has changed dramatically. That's good. You know, the basis of the handling was good. I loved Horizon 1's physics. It was a lot better than Horizon 2, I feel like. I feel like when they made the step onto the new engine, there was a few things here and there which didn't feel like as good as they did in Horizon 1. But anyway, you know, obviously, for the majority, it hasn't changed. Now, first we'll talk about the on-road handling, then we'll talk about off-road handling. So on-road handling looks pretty good. It's pretty hard to say from what we've seen so far, because obviously none of the gameplay we've seen so far has included like fully upgraded cars. It looks very similar to Horizon 2, but it does look like it's a bit more planted. It looks like you have a bit more control over the car, and it doesn't look like it's constantly oversteering. Now, again, we can't really comment on the on-road performance until we play the demo, especially since none of the cars were fully upgraded in the demos we have seen so far from E3. But it does look better, and I'm pretty optimistic from the gameplay we've seen so far. It doesn't act in the same way as Horizon 2 does. It's got similarities, but it looks to be a hell of a lot more planted than it was in the previous game. So that's a plus point. And then we go on to the off-roading, and this is something which I'm a bit wary of. So there was off-roading gameplay at E3, and again, it kind of has me a bit worried. I'm pretty sure at one point in the E3 press conference, Centorino, or Centorino, or however you say it. I'm going to keep saying it the wrong way because it just keeps annoying you guys and it's hilarious. But you know, the Centorino, Centenario, Selenentus.
Give me what you want, I give you what I want.
It looked like it was going off-road, and it looked like it was doing fine off-road. I don't know how I feel about that. I would like it so the Serientano slowed down when it went off-road, and it shouldn't be able to catch up with the Subi and whatnot, as I said earlier. So I've kind of got mixed opinions on that. It does look like the car was bobbling around a lot more when it went off-road, and obviously that's how it should be, but it didn't look like it was taking a heavy hit, you know, from the off-roading kind of terrain that it was on. So that has me a bit worried for the off-roading. Although it did seem like the big, you know, 4x4s and SUVs that were there, the off-roading SUVs that were there, were coping with the off-roading very, very well. So again, it's something we're going to have to see when it actually comes out. It's a bit mixed here and there. We can't really, like, take too much away from it, but from what I do understand, it does look like the off-roading physics have changed from Horizon 2. It looks a lot slower, you know, obviously you can tell the cars are going bobbling a lot more compared to Horizon 2, where you could literally just zip across a field. And again, there are certain elements we can't tell until we play the game, but I've got to say, overall, it does look a hell of a lot better than Horizon 2. It looks like it genuinely is off-road in comparison to Horizon 2, which looked like it was a wet road. So there's definitely that improvement that has been made. And generally, that's kind of my overall opinion about the new physics in Horizon. It's definitely an improvement, but I'm still kind of wary of it. You know, it's something, again, which we kind of need to play to understand. But from what I've seen so far, it definitely looks promising. It looks very promising. You know, the little kind of physics change they made to both the off-roading and the on-road performance do look like they're going to make a big difference in the long term. And I really hope that I'm proven right by Turn 10 and Playground Games when Horizon 3 comes out in September on Xbox One and Windows 10 respectively. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys have got opinions of your own, let me know down in the comment section down below. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have been awesome, and stay safe and peace.
I need a big car. Hey, well, my cock's